Hi, I'm Michael Donald from the young entrepreneur website Retire at 21. Today I'm with Marshall in Washington DC, and well, I'll let him introduce himself.
Yeah, like you said, my name is Marshall Haas. I'm 19 years old, and my two companies are invisionprojects.com, it's invisionprojects.com, and then my blog is juvenilebusiness.com, and there I just talk about my outsourcing techniques and all that. I guess I'll talk about a little bit of what Envision does. I started a company that did outsourcing, and I outsource architectural renderings. And my background is architecture. I was an intern, and then I realized, there's some money in architectural renderings. And I figured out, people are charging thousands of dollars, and I got on Elance, Guru.com, started looking for people, interviewing outsourcers in India, the Philippines, all of that, and found a couple guys that I liked and the quality, and then started contacting some firms, and it was like, I started Pride Architectural Renderings, and so I started getting some business from some local firms, and some designers, architects, home builders, and a couple of real estate people advertising new apartment complexes and stuff like that. And they just come in, they request, I don't know if everyone knows what architectural renderings are, but it's simple enough. It's like a watercolor or 3D animation of a new house or a new property, stuff like that. And I immediately take it in, I know what they want, and then I send it to the outsourcer. I use a guy or a firm in the Philippines. They take it, it's either watercolor, 3D, or like an airbrush drawing, and take it in, they send it back to me, forward it back to the client, and it's several $100s for profit, and I'm on it for 20 minutes just outlining what they want, and then I just forward it to the guys in the Philippines, and that's how it works.
Wow, that's pretty cool. You're a young entrepreneur yourself. What would your top tip be for other young entrepreneurs to be a success, whether it was online or offline?
Yeah, sure. I think the number one thing would be network. We're at Underground 5 for Yannick Silver's event, and I just met awesome people, and not just great business contacts, but people I'm probably going to be friends with for life. And I met Michael retired21.com, and he was giving me great tips on what I could use. The other young entrepreneurs that are here have just unique ideas. We're all in different fields, but it's just it overlaps. And I met Carrie Wilkerson, I met CEO of Zappos, and they have some great feedback. But then there's kind of the no-name people, and they just have great ideas, and I'm going to start implementing them when I get back to Dallas on Monday. And just networking is just great.
Brilliant. Now that you've told us more about your business, what would your top tip be for people looking to outsource?
Sure. Well, I guess look around a lot. Elance is great because you can post a job, and then the people that provide it will come to you. And depending on what it is, you'll get sometimes 20, 25 people looking to do the job for you, and just kind of go through them and pick what's best for you, quality-wise. But also, you're going to get guys in India that are dirt cheap, and then guys in the United States that want to do it for what you can go down the street and get someone to do it for and hire an employee, which is not worth outsourcing. So it's usually in the happy medium where good quality and a good price is at. So I'd look around and interview a bunch of people and find what's good for you.
Oh, that's really good advice. Why is outsourcing so good for your business?
Sure. It's a lot cheaper. I'm doing renderings for people, and they're coming to me and they're like, what are you going to charge for this? And I give them a price, and I'm like, well, sure, we'll have you do it because they saw the quality of my renderings. And they're like, well, you're half the price of the other guy, so why wouldn't we switch? So price is great. So So I think it's number one reason.
Wicked. Okay, thanks very much, Marshall. Is there any last tip or advice you'd give Retire at 21 readers?
I would just say get started. All weekend long, people are saying, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just get started, and you can perfect it along the way. So, yeah.
Brilliant. Thanks very much, Marshall.
Sure.